Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're back. If you don't know me, my name is JD Savage. I am a six-figure affiliate marketer, and what I do is I teach people to make money here on YouTube at Imperfect Millionaires, which is my channel as well as my business. What am I talking about? Well, I've been a coach and consultant for almost 3 decades now, and I've taught a lot of people how to make money online as well as offline. But what we're talking about here in the video you've stumbled on, if you didn't come here on purpose, is video number 4 of a series, Make It Rain. What we're talking about specifically is mindset in and around sales, and what it takes to actually be successful, right? Why would I do that? Why would I put that on my channel? Well, because I have lots of other things here that are literally courses that people charge 5 and 10 grand for that I put here on my channel, and they're free. I don't charge you a dime for them. I show you exactly what I did to make money with specific platforms. However, what I encounter with people is a problem with them following through on doing all of the things necessary to get that six-figure income, right? It's not that they don't want it. It's not that they don't want to improve their lives and their families' lives and all of the things. Is that they're conditioned to behave in a certain way. And some of the things I'm asking them to do take them out of their comfort zone. So what I did for that is I created all of these mindset videos here. I think there's 30 something of them, 32, 33 so far. And in addition to that, I've created this one here. It's got a little bit harder hitting. So if you want to check that out, and by the way, I will tell you, there's a lot of videos on this channel, like 180 or 180 something. So if you come up here and you look, you're going to see that you can go to different series here, right? And you'll find them right up here in the search bar. Depending upon whether you're on cell phone or computer or laptop or whatever it is, it'll look a little bit different. But you can seek out specific series. All right. Now, that being said, what we're going to talk about today here on this channel is we're going to talk about video number 4 of this series here. All right. And specifically, what we're going to talk about after we left off the last video, this is going to be a little bit of a jump because we're going to talk about more sales oriented and more mindset around sales, yes, but more sales oriented and kind of the thought process of a six-figure affiliate marketer and a seven-figure affiliate marketer for that matter. Okay. So people in general, and not just affiliate marketers, guys, salespeople, people that make money, people that tend to be able to push through their own baggage and limitations and self-doubts and all those types of things. Okay. So the way I'm going to start this video out without any further ado is just tell you sometimes what you got to do. When you know what you need to do and you know that your mind wants to stop you from doing those things for irrational reasons, sometimes the only way around that, guys, is to literally just tell your mind to piss off. And you have to take action anyway, right? It was said once something to the effect, and this isn't an exact quote, but it's not that people don't feel fear, it's that they're able to push through the fear, right? And that courage isn't the absence of fear, it's to feel the fear and do it anyway, right? There's a lot of different notions around that concept, but it's all accurate. They're all accurate because everybody feels fear. That's something I want you to understand. People, I believe I touched on this a little bit in the last video, and I won't go really in depth here, but everybody, successful, not successful, whatever, we all experience fear. And it doesn't mean that the people that succeed in a certain endeavor, whether that's affiliate marketing, whether that's, brick and mortar sales, whether that's whatever, sports, whatever it is, right? They feel the fear, but they continue anyway. That's the math. And sometimes that's what it really comes down to, is getting really clear on what it is that you want and why it's important. And then when that fear does come up, those irrational thoughts that come up right in your guts and in your mind, and maybe a little bit of anxiety or maybe a lot of anxiety sometimes, you literally, this is my practice, and you don't have to do this. You can find whatever works for you, but you're welcome to try mine out. I literally just say, hey, piss off, right? And I'm talking to my own mind, and it may sound a little crazy, but I'm talking to my own mind. I say, hey, piss off. And I proceed forward anyway, despite the fact that I'm nervous, despite the fact that I don't have all the answers, despite the fact that I don't know exactly where that roadmap's going. But what I do know is it's going in a direction that's going to serve me versus me wallowing in indecision, wallowing in fear, and then feeling guilty about it later, which just compounds on itself, right? You know that feeling probably, right? If you're human, I'm sure you know that feeling. So the bottom line is really, really, really simple. You have to just tell your mind to piss off. You can use whatever words you want. It doesn't have to be so aggressive. I know I'm an aggressive guy. I've been told a million times, so please don't bother telling me. I get that. But that's probably not going to change anytime soon. My aggression and, I personally don't think I'm all that aggressive, but I'm perceived as being aggressive sometimes, right? Because I could probably use a different phrase, leave me alone or whatever, but it doesn't sound as intimidating in my mind as piss off. So anyway, that's my notion. So let's just start there, okay? As we're going through these things, you're going to experience some level of discomfort. You're going to experience some things that are going to creep up, old familiar feelings that want to pull you back into a habit pattern that no longer serves you because it's not going in the direction that you want to go, right? We can agree on that? I hope so. So that being said, what we're going to move forward with is we're going to move forward with a little bit of talk today about mindset of high achievers and what that looks like. So specifically, we're going to talk about affiliate marketing because, we're not here to talk about football or baseball or any of those things, but we're going to talk about affiliate marketing. One of the things that all 6 and 7 figure affiliates have in common is their approach to doing this right here. This video I'm creating for you, whether it's reels, whether it's content, whether it's they're calling somebody to talk to them about affiliate marketing, whatever that is, right? Specifically about affiliate marketing, they approach it from a standpoint of they have what you want. Let's just say you're on the other end of that phone and they're calling you, right? That's how it's approached. It's not approached from a needy standpoint. So if you're in affiliate marketing and you're struggling, or if you're new to affiliate marketing and the idea of creating content like this intimidates you, or maybe not like this, let's just say short form reels that drive traffic to an affiliate link, right? Maybe not something as in depth as what I'm doing here, but let's just take that from the bottom up. If you come at that from a standpoint, and please, everybody watching, take this right, because I don't mean to insult anybody, but I'm going to over dramatize it a little bit so that you really get what I'm talking about. So if you come at it from a standpoint of, I really need your business. I hope you like me. Will you do business with me? It would be great if you do business with me. Do you understand that not too many people are going to want to do business with that personality? Right? If you agree, do me a favor. Drop a 1 in the comments. I need to know who's listening and who's paying attention. If you agree with me that presentation, that personality, right? And you may not say that out loud, but that personality is not going to win a lot of business. Is that right? I hope you agree. Drop a 1 in the comments. Okay. Now, there's the other end of that spectrum, right? And that's not where we want to be either. That is the arrogant, pushy, salesy, doesn't care about people, could care less what happened to you tomorrow as long as you give them their money today person, right? Like, I'm the person, you better sign, the aggressive, just overly overbearing, overpowering, just, I walk on water, I've got all the solutions person, right? So we don't want to be the beggar, and we don't want to be the extreme opposite of that either, right? Okay, so where do we want to be? You got it right? Just like Goldilocks, this porridge is just right, this bed is just right. We want to be in the middle, don't we? We want to be in the middle of that with confidence, correct? We want to have confidence, but we don't want to try to necessarily fake confidence. So here's where this is really, really, really important. When you choose something to be an affiliate for, product or service, it's extremely important that you take a little bit of time, not a lot of time. Don't prepare to prepare. Don't get ready to get ready. It doesn't take that much time to figure out any given platform out there, product or service, right? It doesn't take much time to learn about it at all. What it does, what it offers. But what you want to be aware of is just a little basic knowledge of the product or service. You want to be confident about the product or service. That's extremely important because it's going to be conveyed in your message. It's going to be conveyed in your confidence level in what you're talking about. Not just your knowledge about it, but do you actually care? Do you actually like it? Do you actually think that you're bringing something of quality to people that you're recommending buy this product or service? Because if you don't, you shouldn't be doing it. If your motivation strictly is money, you should not be doing it because what you're doing will fall short. It will be inadequate. Okay? That's number 1. Number 2 is that you want to understand that you are solving a problem for the people watching your content, right? That's why they're watching your content. I made a video earlier for my Facebook group. And by the way, if you are uncomfortable making content, short form content, that type of thing, or even long form content, jump up here, jump into my Facebook group. It's free. Oops, I grabbed the wrong mouse for the wrong computer. It's free. That's what we focus on, right? Come on up here. It's a private Facebook group. It's a safe place to get your practice in and get feedback from people that are caring, that will go out of their way to help you, all right? So that being said, it's important to be able to communicate in a way where you realize that you're solving a problem for people. And as I started to mention, I got sidetracked. In my Facebook group earlier, I made a video and I gave an example of if you walk into a emergency room, and you have blood gushing from any part of your body, do they need to sell you on the notion that they need to fix it, that they need to solve your problem? Or is that why you went there? Right? You ever walk into an ER or hear of anybody walking into an ER and they start negotiating with them right away? No. Do they beg them? Do they go, God, well, we really hope you like us and we'd love to stitch you up if you choose us? No, right? Is that being ridiculous? Right. No more ridiculous than being needy when you're presenting any product or service offer. Why? Because it's weak and it doesn't carry any validity to it. Why am I saying that? I'm saying that because the only way that you would feel that way, if you really break it down, is because you haven't done your homework, you're not knowledgeable, you don't believe in the product or service that you're promoting for other people to buy. So back to why I said it's key, it's clutch that you understand a little bit about it, that you have a working knowledge of it, that you actually believe in it, and that you can present it with some authority, that you can present it with some confidence, that you yourself believe in this product or service. Okay? So when you really break it down, the psychology behind it is really pretty simple. What am I asking you to do? I'm asking you not to be needy. I'm asking you not to beg people for anything, because I'll break it down for you right here. I'm telling you this information. I believe wholeheartedly what I'm telling you. I'm not asking you for anything. And guess what? I'm not trying to convince you of anything. If this is practical to you, if this is logical to you and it makes sense, then you will do it. And if it does not, then you will not. My belief is you'd be making a giant mistake by not doing it. Hold on one second. See, it's real simple to figure out. When you see top performers in anything, we're talking about affiliate marketing, so let's stick with that. But come on, across sports, across anything where there's high performers, right, in life, do they ever seem incapable? Do they ever present themselves as begging? No, because they're confident, because they put in the work to become confident. Now, new affiliates might say, well, I've never made a lot of money as an affiliate. How can I be confident? You don't have to. Not to be confident, you don't. What you have to be confident, you have to be competent, number one. Okay, write that down. You have to be competent to be confident. And then you will be confident when you believe in the product or service that you are affiliating for. Back to that again. Extremely important. So back to the ER example. That would be ridiculous if they behaved that way, right? So let me ask you something. Would it be ridiculous if you were to make a short reel and present yourself as kind of a begging, need your business, oh, please help me, I'm struggling to improve my life kind of presentation? Why would you ever do that, right? You're playing the weakest hand that you have. That's not the way to go. Now, am I saying go lie? Let me be super clear. Absolutely not. What can you do, to be honest? You can use, for example, you can use some of the statistics like people use some of my statistics. What we have done. Well, who is we? We is us. We is our group. We is the platforms that we're involved with. That's what we have done. You see where I'm going with this? So do you want to lie? No, you don't want to lie. Do you want to make stuff up and make videos like they're all over the internet with people, sitting in a basement talking about being a multi-billionaire and that kind of, it's all garbage, right? You don't need to do that. You don't want to do that because it's going to make you feel like a dirtball. No, don't do those things. That's not what I'm suggesting. What I'm suggesting is that you embrace the strengths that you have to work with, choose something that means something to you, and empower yourself from the beginning. Don't disempower yourself from the beginning by choosing something you feel like you got to lie about. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't it seem simple that way? Right? So does that still mean that mind isn't going to kick up and that you're going to get these self-doubts and you're going to get this feeling when you're trying to out there and you're working and you're creating content and you're pushing through and you're doing things that make you feel like, man, I'm really going hard? Well, first of all, let's back up a second and let's take that a step at a time. Yes, it's going to happen. That's where telling your mind to piss off comes into play, right? That's just going to happen. Happens to all of us, happens to me, it's going to happen to you, happens to everybody, right? I've worked with some pretty substantial top performers in my lifetime on this planet. And I can tell you, everybody has self-doubt, right? Some more than others, but everybody has self-doubt. So you just got to get used to the idea that every once in a while it's going to kick up, or maybe quite frequently to begin with, but less and less as time goes on, but maybe quite frequently to begin with. And you're going to just have to tell your mind to just piss off. And you're going to have to take the actions that you set out to take, despite being nervous, scared, afraid, stressed, anxiety, whatever label you put on it, really isn't relevant. What matters is that you take action in the direction you want to go. Okay. So that's going to happen. It's just unfortunate, unavoidable as part of being human. So then what's going to happen is you're either going to take action or you're not, right? Right. You're either going to take action or you're not. There is no in between. You can have results or you can have excuses. That's the way it is, especially in sales. That's what's so amazing about it. Right? You can have results or you can have excuses. So let's just assume that you're going to take action and you're going through the motions and you're making the content and you're not getting the response and you're pushing and you're pushing and you're pushing. First of all, let me share something with you. As you go forward, this is something I went over with the group the other day. You will get faster at all of the things, provided all the things you have to do, provided you focus on the priorities, right? You ever hear the old saying that 20% of your actions account for 80% of your results? Get good at figuring out what that 20% is. If you're an affiliate, if you're a new affiliate, I'll tell you right now, I'll save you a lot of time. It's content. It's getting in front of eyeballs, right? Organizing your desk, painting the walls, all that. That's cool. Makes you feel good. That's great. Do it. But don't do it in place of making content, right? I went over the other day with a group and some of the people seemed surprised that I can sit down and in 15 minutes, I can make 7 to 10 videos and have them edited, right? Short reels I'm talking about, 30 to 60 second videos. Why? Because I've done thousands of them. That's why. And you need to get to the same place to where you can do that. Why? Because it's priority. That's why. Eyeballs are priority. See, every salesperson I've ever trained that was insecure about being a salesperson, whether that's affiliate marketing, whether it's brick and mortar, they always found very fancy ways to avoid actually doing the work, right? Hey, in the old school sales, how many cold calls did you make? Oh, well, I had to order my business cards, and then I had to vacuum the office, and then I had to clean the windows. I mean, not literally, but you get my point, right? Just avoidance, 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 avoidance. You've heard the saying, eat your vegetables first when you were a kid. Eat your vegetables first. Get up first thing if that's when you do it, and create your content. Don't avoid it. Perfection is not a thing. Stop looking for it. I'll just tell you that right now. You don't need 15 takes to get a 60-second video. You need 60 seconds to get a 60-second video. Okay? Now, starting out, maybe it takes you a little bit longer, sure. But the more you practice, one take, the faster you're going to get at it. I realize not everybody picks it up as fast as some people do. However, you're never going to pick it up if you don't just put yourself to task and do it. All right? So this video dived a little deeper than maybe what I planned into just specific sales. But we are here because we're affiliates, guys. We're here because our intention is to, whatever it is for you, replace your income, replace your spouse's income, have more money, time, energy, and effort for your kids, your parents, your family, your friends, whatever that is. Guys, it's all doable if you just embrace these tactics and put them to work in your life. You will win every time, all the time, without question. I'm not sitting here wondering if what I'm telling you is accurate. I know it. I've spent 3 decades teaching people this stuff and reminding myself on a regular basis, just to be clear. Am I saying that I've got this down cold and I never doubt myself? I wish that were true. It isn't true. That would be awesome, but it's not true. I wish it were. So what I'm saying is, now I'm not going to go back over all of it, but look, you get the point, right? If you want to go forward, you got to go forward. And that's the message of this video. What I hope to relate to you is that everybody has a very similar experience to yours. You're not alone. There are solutions to the problems that you're facing if you're willing to seek them. If you're here watching a video like this, especially this far into the video, I'm assuming you're willing to make those changes. So let's do that, guys. Let's make those changes, okay? Listen, I'm going to end the video here. If you like this kind of content, give me a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and tick the bell icon so that you're notified when I release any new content. And for now, I'm going to leave it at that, and I will see you in the next one.